Okay. Alright, YouTube. They've done it again. Now for this video, I'm not gonna edit or anything like that. This is just me getting all this stuff off my chest, saying whatever comes to mind, because I am starting to get fed up with YouTube, okay? So, just a few days ago, probably a week or something like that, YouTube implemented this new system, and every time they implement a new guideline, it usually doesn't go well in some way. So, I was expecting something to go wrong, but not this. So, the main rule that I'm talking about here is creator on creator. Now, basically what this means is if you are criticizing another person, you can get demonetized and possibly terminated. Even if you are staying within the guidelines, YouTube might still terminate you. That is the biggest load of bullcrap I've ever heard, okay? YouTube is slowly killing itself, trying to satisfy the 0.2% of the population that gets offended so easily. If it gets to the point that you are having to silence what this app/website was created for, I think you're in the wrong position. Susan Wojcicki is killing YouTube. Give it, I'd say 2 or 3 years, it's gonna get to the point where all that's left is Ryan Toys Review and freaking Webs and Tiaras. Everybody else will have moved on. It's getting to the point that this basically means no commentary channels. Nothing. So if you're a commentary channel, sort of like me, I'm not really a commentary channel anymore, I used to be just a little bit, you're probably going to get demonetized if you have monetization, and you might get terminated depending on who you've criticized and how badly you've criticized them. So that means no more of what YouTube used to be. Used to be pranks, montages, both terrible. You had commentary channels, alright, you had vlogging channels. YouTube is gonna die eventually. We all know that. But because of these guidelines that they keep pouring down, because the mainstream media is complaining, of which they are beating the mainstream media, so they shouldn't be trying to appease these people. The mainstream media hates YouTube because the mainstream media is dying because everybody is moving to YouTube. Soon it's going to swap the other way because YouTube is trying to do what the mainstream media wants them to do. Therefore, they just realize there's no point in watching YouTube. YouTube is basically the #1 thing on the internet by now. What else do you click on to watch whenever you're on the internet? I could tell you that you're not going to something like you're not going to Daily Motion. A few disabled people are going to SoundCloud, but who else? The Jewish people are going to Auschwitz. Alright, no, but that's probably the only joke that you'll hear in this freaking video. Because I am genuinely ticked off at YouTube. You are killing everything that YouTube should be. YouTube should be a platform where you're able to voice whatever you want to talk about. You should be able to say whatever you want to say, give your opinion on whatever. At this point, YouTube is trying to make it to where you cannot say anything. You can only do whatever they want you to do, and you're only allowed to make whatever they want you to make. You're no longer allowed to talk about anybody else. This rule system hasn't been implemented yet, as far as I know. But give it a few days, a week, a month. I think it took them like 2 days to make this rule, to make this guideline. Because it took that quick. That little bit of time. It's probably going to be a terrible rule system. It's just... I don't even know. Like, commentary is done for. nobody else is going to be speaking out because they realize their channel is going to get demonetized and terminated. And even if they just say the slightest little comment, their channel is going to get killed off and sent into the cesspool of dead channels, such as Filthy Frank and Leafy's Here and all that. All the good YouTube channels, the good commentary channels, the people that didn't care what they said, because they shouldn't have to care what they said, because that's what YouTube is for. It's for you to voice your opinion. It's not for you to try and voice your opinion and then get silenced because YouTube decides that you're not a good enough channel for monetization. They just want money. That's pretty clear. They're obviously just trying to get money. They don't want YouTube to be hated on. Everybody just leaves YouTube. And that's why they're appeasing to the mainstream media, because they believe that if the mainstream media disagrees with them and they don't change the rule system, everybody's going to get offended and leave. But really what's happening is when they do try to appease the mainstream media by including all these new rule systems that they're putting down, people are getting ticked off of these rule systems because it is killing off their channels and they leave. So in reality, YouTube should not be listening to the mainstream media. They should be doing whatever they think is right, which is not listening to the mainstream media. That's not right. That's not what I mean by whatever they think is right, okay? What really is right is just let YouTube work how it does now. If there's a problem, fix it. That's it. Take your time on implementing the rules. If you're just hastily making these in like 2 or 3 days, it's pretty clear that it's not going to work. I think everybody remembers the adpocalypse of last year and 2017. Those were both great, weren't they? There's probably going to be another one this year too, because of this. Because of this new age that we're entering, where everybody just gets offended by the slightest thing. For example, you could just say something like, I don't know, you could literally just make the slightest joke, like, such as some kind of gay joke or something, like, well, you know, that cucumber looks pretty nice. I don't know, something. I'm not really good at coming up with jokes right now. But you get the point. You can make the slightest little comment about this community, and somebody's going to get angry over it and make a big deal over it, and your channel is going to get harassed and yelled at. You might get demonetized and freaking terminated over this. Over a silly little comment that you made 1 week ago in a YouTube video that you were just joking about. But because people don't understand humor nowadays, they get ticked off at the slightest little thing, and it hurts your feelings. Like, please, go back to the 1980s, huh? Do you think that they cared? No. Barely. Barely. It's getting to the point that just, you have to monitor every little thing that you say. Just about everything that you say is going to become criticized. It's going to turn into criticism, out of context, a reason to get rid of your channel. For example, this YouTube video here. You never know. YouTube could look at this video and say, oh, he's criticizing our guidelines, let's terminate his channel. You don't know. Anything can happen. Literally anything. I can't do anything to stop it. You can't do anything to stop it. They can, but they're not going to stop it because they think that this guideline is right. Of course, now that the community is complaining about it, they might try to fix it, even though that rule shouldn't have been invented in the first place. And fixing it's probably going to fail and make it worse. So they probably should just not implement the guideline. Just keep YouTube as it is, fix the couple of things that are actually wrong, take your time on fixing the things so that we don't end up with this, and just let people say whatever they want to say. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean that YouTube should be, you know, it should still have the core guidelines, but it shouldn't have it in the twisted way that it is. For example, no nudity or sexual content. A man takes his shirt off in a video, the video gets demonetized. No profound language, no terrible language. Somebody says the H word in a YouTube video, they get demonetized. No unfair criticisms, no out of context, no false copyrights. You could copyright a YouTube video for actually stealing something that you made, like your music or your idea for a YouTube video. You file that claim. They deny the claim. You file the claim again, they deny the claim, and you get a copyright strike. YouTube is obviously just messing themselves up in the worst way possible. They could very easily just sit back and let YouTube run. If there is actually a problem, they could just solve that. I know I'm repeating myself a lot in this YouTube video, but I don't know why I just say YouTube video. I know I'm repeating myself a lot. But once again, I'm just getting all this stuff off my chest because I don't care anymore. I am beginning to lose interest in making YouTube videos. Now, the good thing is, I never planned on monetizing my channel. I never planned on doing stuff like that. But I did want to become a commentary channel once I got the right equipment. Now that this guideline is implemented, say bye-bye to those dreams, right? Now I can't do that, because if I say a single thing about a YouTuber, like if I'm like, oh, such and such, he did this, I don't think that's a good idea. Boom, channel terminated. Just gone. Nothing left of it. Alright. I'm sorry for taking 11 minutes out of your freaking day, but I just had to get this off my chest. I saw this guideline. I saw the planning for it, right? It doesn't look like it's gonna work. It's not gonna work. I can just tell that it's not gonna work. It's pretty obvious. When you rush something out this quick, it's gonna fail. You are silencing basically the biggest part of this platform besides kids' channels. That is what people came to YouTube for. They came to YouTube because it was finally a place where they could voice their opinions, say whatever they wanted to. It was a place of freedom. You could make whatever videos you want to. You could say whatever you want to about other people. But now you can't do any of that. Now you have to listen to everything that YouTube says that you should do. You're no longer allowed to make whatever you want. Criticism is not going to be allowed for much longer. Give it about a week, the system gets implemented. You're going to see a lot of channels be taken down. Tons of commentary channels just gone into the dark. They're going to be leafy as here into a pit of death. I doubt that my channel is going to get terminated because of how small it is, you know. It's only got, what, like 36, 37 subs, something like that. That's not a lot. But you're going to see a lot of these large channels getting terminated, right? You're going to see just about every commentary channel. It's going to be gone. This place is going to turn into a wasteland. Nobody's going to want to be on YouTube anymore because there's not very much interesting. Not that much left. They're going to leave. YouTube's going to be wondering, why is there nobody here watching these videos anymore? Then they're going to realize it's because of all that system, the system that they implemented. They're going to kill this website / app. They're killing it. Alright. Well, I think I've shouted at you from across the planet enough. Yeah, I just had to say whatever I wanted to say about this. It's a retarded system. Out of the 20,000 systems they could have implemented, something that could have actually fixed something, they put this in. I have nothing else to say. I'm just done. I'm done. I'm done with this video. Anyways, that was it, really. I'm planning on possibly doing a Detroit Become Human series, if you guys want to see that. Go ahead and let me know in the comments, I guess. And, I don't really have anything else planned. Nothing really. So, I'm running a bit dry on ideas here. I've still got a couple ideas left, but not that many. So if anybody wants to leave a suggestion, let me know. Other than that, there's nothing left to say. Bye.